Hey there, coin lovers and curious collectors. Welcome back to the place where small change can lead to big discoveries. If you've ever fished a 50-cent coin out of your pocket and thought, is this worth more than face value? You're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin and seeing whether it's just spare change or a hidden treasure. Let's start with the basics. The 1981 Australian 50-cent coin is part of the dodecagonal, or 12-sided, series first introduced in 1969. Made of copper nickel, it weighs 15.55 grams and has a diameter of 31.5 millimeters, making it one of the largest circulating coins in Australia by size and weight. The obverse, that's the front, features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, while the reverse shows the Australian coat of arms designed by Stuart Devlin. That same design has remained mostly unchanged for decades. Now, what about how many were made? The Royal Australian Mint pumped out 49.5 million 50-cent coins in 1981, quite a large number. So, from a mintage perspective, this coin isn't considered rare. But that doesn't mean every 1981 50 cent is created equal. But here's a twist. Some 1981 50-cent coins were minted in Canada due to high domestic demand. While not visually different, some collectors claim subtle differences exist in strike quality or luster between the two. These Canadian strikes aren't necessarily more valuable, but they do add an interesting layer to the story. Alright, let's talk money. What's it worth today? In average circulated condition, a 1981 50-cent coin is generally worth face value, that's 50 cents. It's not rare, and most people have handled dozens over the years. However, if your coin is in particularly high-grade condition, with minimal wear, it might fetch a small premium from collectors, around $1 to $3 depending on the market and demand. Uncirculated or mint condition examples can be valued at $5 to $10, and coins in professional grade slabs, MS65 or higher, may command even more. Now, are there any rare errors or variants? You bet. Here's what to look for where a piece of the coin is missing. These can be worth $20 to $50 depending on severity. Die cracks ***, visible raised lines from breaks in the died off-center strikes ***, where the design isn't perfectly centered. Double strikes or doubling ***, where part of the image appears doubled. Coins with these kinds of errors can be significantly more valuable, especially to collectors specializing in minting anomalies. Here's a quick fact. The 50-cent coin was originally round in 1966 and made of silver, but due to silver prices rising above face value, it was discontinued and redesigned in 1969 to the familiar 12-sided version. That round 1966 coin? It's worth about $10 to $15 today if you're collecting by year. The 1981 coin is essential but easy to find. Just make sure it's in good condition. Avoid coins with heavy wear, dents, or corrosion. And pro tip, store your coins in acid-free holders to preserve their condition. So, is the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin a rare treasure? Not really, but it's a classic example of Aussie coinage, and with enough attention to condition or a lucky error, it might be worth more than you think. Let's rewind a bit and talk about the history behind the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin, because even common coins have a story worth telling. Australia's 50-cent coin as we know it today wasn't always this shape. The first version came out in 1966, the same year Australia switched to decimal currency. That original coin was round and contained 80% silver, which turned out to be a problem. The silver content was worth more than 50 cents. So by 1969, it was replaced with a distinctive 12-sided design made from copper and nickel, the same type still used today. Fast forward to 1981. Australia was facing a growing demand for coins due to increased cash circulation. The Royal Australian Mint struck a massive 49.5 million 50-cent coins that year. But here's the interesting part. Due to capacity limits, the Mint partnered with the Royal Canadian Mint to produce a portion of the supply abroad. So, some 1981 coins were minted in Canada and quietly slipped into circulation alongside the Australian-made ones. While there are no official marks to distinguish them, coin enthusiasts often debate over subtle differences in strike quality, finish, or even edge detail. These Canadian minted versions are not widely considered rare, but they do carry historical interest for collectors. The 1981 coin might be common in numbers, but its backstory includes international cooperation and a reminder of how economies adapt to the needs of everyday money. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of coins. Drop a comment below if you found a 1981 50-cent coin in your change, or better yet, if you've got one with an error.